inside Lionel Messi's $600 million life. Mansions, cars, and private jets. What does life look like when you've already won everything and then quietly build a fortune so massive it changes the way you live forever? We're not just talking about trophies. We're talking about mansions designed for total privacy, cars that balance power with family, and a lifestyle engineered around control. But here's the surprising part. The way Lionel Messi actually lives is very different from what most people expect. When people hear Messi's name, they think of football history. World Cup champion, multiple Ballon d'Or winner, one of the greatest players of all time. But off the pitch, there's a completely different game being played. Because Messi is no longer just an athlete. He's a system, a global brand, a long-term business machine, a carefully structured empire built around consistency and control. And instead of spending randomly, he invests in things that shape his entire life. Starting with where he lives. Before the lights of Miami, before the global expansion, there was his sanctuary near Barcelona. In a quiet coastal zone away from the noise, Messi built more than just a house. He built protection. At first glance, it looks like a luxury mansion, but the real purpose goes deeper. This was a space designed to block out the outside world. Inside, everything was built for comfort and privacy. A private gym to train without attention, a spa to recover in silence, a home cinema to disconnect completely, large outdoor terraces for family time, a massive swimming pool, even a small football field. But the most important detail wasn't inside the house, it was outside. Because at one point, Messi reportedly bought a neighboring property just to eliminate distractions and increase privacy. Think about that. Not buying more space for luxury, but buying space for silence. Because when the entire world knows your name, peace becomes priceless. But just when it looks like that was the peak of his lifestyle, everything changes. When Messi moved to the United States and joined Inter Miami CF, many people thought this was the final chapter of his career. A slower league, a softer ending. But in reality, it was a strategic move. Because shortly after arriving, Messi made a decision that revealed a completely different mindset. He bought a waterfront mansion in Fort Lauderdale, and this property tells a new story. This isn't about hiding from the world. This is about positioning. The house is massive. Over 10,000 square feet of modern design, open spaces filled with natural light, glass walls connecting the interior to the ocean, private access to the water, multiple bedrooms and luxury areas. Everything about it feels open, powerful, connected. Because South Florida isn't just a location, it's a global financial magnet, a place where billionaires, investors, and celebrities all operate in the same environment. And by placing himself there, Messi didn't just move cities, he entered a new level of influence. But his strategy doesn't stop at traditional homes. Because Messi doesn't just buy places to live, he buys systems of living. Inside the iconic Porsche Design Tower, he owns a residence that redefines what luxury actually means. In this building, you don't park your car, you take it with you, literally. A private elevator lifts your car directly into your apartment. No shared spaces, no waiting, no exposure, just complete control. And that's the pattern you start to notice. Everything in Messi's life reduces friction, reduces noise, reduces contact with anything unnecessary. And then there's the future. Because Messi has also invested in Cipriani Residences Miami, a high-end development still being built. This isn't about living there today, it's about owning tomorrow. Because real estate at this level isn't just housing, it's strategy, it's positioning, it's long-term power. But despite all this expansion, there's one place that matters more than anything else. Back in Rosario, his hometown, Messi built something completely different. This property isn't about showing success, it's about remembering where it all started. A large private estate built across multiple plots of land with everything you would expect from a world-class residence, a private cinema, a gym, large living spaces, an underground garage for an entire collection of cars. But none of that is the real story. The real story is emotional. Because before the fame, before the money, or so before the global recognition, there was just a kid. And this place connects him back to that version of himself. And then there's Ibiza, a place most people associate with parties and nightlife. But at the highest level, Ibiza is something else entirely. It's access to elite circles, access to privacy, access to environments where the world's wealthiest people can disappear from the public eye. Owning property there isn't just about lifestyle, it's about being part of a network. Now when it comes to car, this is where Messi becomes even more interesting. Because unlike many ultra-wealthy individuals, his collection isn't built for attention, it's built for life. Yes, he owns performance machines like the Audi RS6 Avant Performance, a car that looks practical but delivers extreme power. power, but most of his choices are surprisingly grounded. The Cadillac Escalade, large, comfortable, built for family and security. The Range Rover Vogue, quiet luxury, strong presence, effortless driving. These aren't attention-seeking vehicles. They're controlled, purpose-driven. Even when he enters the world of rare supercars, like the legendary Ferrari 335 SE Spider Scaglietti, it feels different. Not loud, not flashy, just precise, because at his level, there's nothing left to prove. But the ultimate level of control comes from how he travels. Messi is often linked to a customized Gulfstream 5, a private jet designed for long-distance travel. Inside, everything is built for efficiency. Seats that turn into beds, a full kitchen, private bathrooms, personalized details connected to his identity. This isn't about luxury for comfort. It's about removing limitation. Because when your life moves across countries and continents, time becomes the most valuable asset you have. And that brings us to the real engine behind everything: money. Today, Messi earns well over $100 million per year. But here's the key detail most people miss. The majority of that income doesn't come from football anymore. It comes from brand deals, sponsorships, business partnerships. Because Messi isn't just a player, he's influence. When he wears something, the world sees it. When he promotes something, millions respond. That level of visibility is worth more than performance alone. So when you step back and look at everything, a pattern becomes clear. This isn't random luxury. This is structured living. Every house serves a purpose. Every car fits a role. Every investment builds long-term stability. And everything connects back to one idea: control. Control over space, control over time, control over environment. Because in the end, that's the real difference. Not just talent, not just success, but the ability to design your life exactly the way you want. And that is the real life of Lionel Messi.